Welcome to Rock DIY, or Do It You. If you do it, then it's all you. I don't know exactly what to call it, so I'll call it line art, and in this case, metal line art. I started doing this in high school on paper. The idea is to make it difficult to see unless you look at it at a certain angle. The longer the lines and space between the lines, the harder it is to see. When doing these in the past, I always used a person's first and last name. Here it is years later, I decided to use metal instead of just drawing it on paper. In this case, I decided to do a friend's first and last name using metal rods welded together and mounted on oak as a Christmas gift. I don't know exactly what to call it, but I wouldn't call it abstract art. It's more of an obscure art and a conversation piece or a conversation starter. On paper, it would be very difficult to see what it is unless it was held at just the right angle. Even with a camera, it's difficult to pick up the full depth of the letters. The same thing done in metal is easier to see by laying it flat on a table, stepping back and looking down at it. If it were hanging on a wall and you look straight at it, it would be difficult to tell what it is, hence why it's called a conversation piece. To protect my friend's privacy, I have blurred out the last name since it isn't a common last name. 1/8 inch plain round steel rods were used. The long pieces for the letters are 12 inches long. The small pieces are 1 inch long. The medium length pieces at the top and bottom of the letters are 5.5 inches long. These pieces hold all the letters together with a weld after all the letters are welded individually. I am in no way a good welder, but a flux welder was used to do this project. After all the pieces were cut, the letters were formed and welded together on the backside for a cleaner look. With the letters done, they were laid out upside down in reverse order to weld the 5.5 inch metal pieces on that hold all the letters together. Once all the letters were welded, a coat of red paint was applied, then black was immediately applied. This allowed the black paint to crack and the red paint to show through. The red paint doesn't show well under dim light, but under bright light or sunlight, it really shows. The name was then mounted on a piece of oak, 3/4 inch by 14 by 7. The name was pre-positioned on the oak, and 1/16 inch holes were drilled on both sides of the metal tabs at all four corners of the name. On the back side of the oak, a 3/8 inch bit was centered over each of the 1/16 holes to allow a recess for wire to be secured below the surface of the wood. A picture hanger was then placed on the top center of the back. This project didn't come out exactly as planned, but I do like the final outcome. It's now ready to start a conversation. Thanks for watching the video. I truly appreciate it. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks again.